The weather's heating up, and so is summer buying season. Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, and what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. It's Today in Mortgage. I got my trusty co-host, Rich Jefferson, here with me today. Rich, how you been?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Well, I'm running on a little fumes here. If you have heard, Houston got hit by some windstorm, we had some tornadoes. We've been without power at our house for about 5 days now. So we're trying to get back on our feet, but luckily no damage to the house. And that's good news for our house. But the good news that we're looking at today is about houses in general, specifically existing home sales. And so, Rich, you gave me this article today, and lo and behold, it's actually from a Houston publication called Houston Agent. We'll link that below. But this is not just about Houston, right?
No, it's nationwide.
Yes, exactly. So the title of this article is NAR Chief Economist Lawrence Yoon optimistic about real estate industry this year and beyond. And so, Rich, real briefly, just give me kind of the top line details of this article.
Yeah, well, he's basically saying we sold 4.09 million existing homes last year in 2023, which is a super low year. In fact, lowest since like 1995. So that's what this references. And he's talking about a 9% increase in 2024 and even larger in 2025, just due to the shortages. So, you know, people are now, like we've mentioned many times back and forth, Michael, people are now starting to realize that these are the rates. Like nothing's drastic's going to happen anytime soon. And people need to buy, people need to move, their families are growing, they're getting different jobs in different cities. So people have to buy new homes and list their departing properties, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, there's only so long that you can hold off on trying to avoid this market reality of, you know, maybe higher prices, higher rates, until you really just have to make that change for your family, or you just have a change that you want to make, and you're going to see that, you know, this is not a temporary high rate situation. We're going to be in this for a while. Rich, I do want to step outside of this article just a second to talk about that rate situation. We've had a little bit of good indicators come our way in the past, 3-4 weeks. Our inflation report was down a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. We're seeing reports come out, CPI, PPI come out where they're expected to come out or lower. So that's always positive when we're all expecting a certain number and it actually comes in worse, like higher, like a negative reaction to the market. And finally, we're starting to see things align, which anytime you can get reports that are expected, that means you have some comfort in the market. Like you understand what's happening. So it's just a lot of positive news.
Sure. And of course, analysts immediately jumped on that. And, we were saying maybe not a rate cut this year, but now maybe expecting 1 to 2. Of course, people like to predict that. We see that change every single time we get one of these reports come out. So, Rich, here at Network Funding, we're not counting on those cuts. No. We're saying, hey, this is the market. This is what it is. Don't wait. Go ahead and do this if it makes sense for you and your family, for your financial situation. And that's how our people are coaching their, qualified buyers, right?
Yeah. Now, keep in mind that the Fed fund rate is just kind of a base layer of what creates a mortgage interest rate, right? So if they do give us a gift and drop the Fed fund rate this year, it's going to be 0.25%, and it's really not going to affect in any big manner the street interest rates that we have to deal with. So it'll be, some of it'll actually have been baked in, knowing it's going to be reduced a little bit. The market is going to bake it in early, and we'll start to see, some positive rate improvement before that even happens. So I wouldn't wait around for some big drop of interest rates. It's just not going to happen this year. Maybe it'll happen next year. But with the economy as hot as it is right now, I mean, it's best, they've been talking higher for longer. And this is the case, right? We were talking about Fed rate reductions last year and then definitely into this year, and we've seen nothing, right? So keep planning on it not happening, qualify, put your offers in, because the markets are still increasing. We've talked about in the past, Michael, home prices are rising. as people even get more comfortable with the higher interest rates, there's more people out shopping, which is driving home prices up again. And Michael, I shared with you guys last week a report in a graphic that showed every state and the increased existing home listings. And, Texas was 38%, Florida was 65%, my own Arizona was in the 40% range. And so far, right now, we're seeing 30% more nationally, more listings on the market than we did in 2023. That's today. And they anticipate even more next year. So get out there, get after it, get yourself a home, because home prices just continue to rise, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's good news. Obviously, the market is kind of re-regulating, re-normalizing in that regard. We're getting more of those existing homes on sale. New homes are coming online, which is great. But again, we want to say we're not waiting on those things to happen. And if you're a buyer or borrower out there, you don't need to wait on the market. You need to do what's best for you for the moment and not anticipate some of these things coming down. If you're a loan officer or even an agent out there, you also don't need to rely on the market. We need to be out there marketing ourselves well and making sure that we are nose to the grindstone to try to take advantage of maybe this small boost in business that's coming. But also, if you're a loan officer or even an agent out there, we also should not be waiting on the market to get after it. And that's what Rich is always talking about with our people here: encouraging, coaching, and making sure that we are making our best better all the time. So Rich, from that perspective, from the loan officer perspective, anything you want to say?
Yeah, like there's still over 4 million existing homes being sold. Some are going to be cash, the balance are going to be financed. Get out there and get a piece. You don't need many of those. That's a lot of them. It's there for loan officers and realtors. You just need to be better at what we do and work with your clients closer than you ever have, so that you're getting your share of that.
Definitely. So if you want to learn more about how you can do that inside the best network in mortgages, get that coaching and be equipped to do your best, I encourage you to click the grow link below and see how you can become a part of the best network in mortgages. We'll get you all the information you need to know more about that, and we'll reach out to you personally. So Rich, all in all, I think some good news coming down the pipeline. Like we've been talking about for the past month, things are heating up for sure. We're not going to see the market on fire, but we are definitely going to see it heating up. And that is very exciting based on where we've been for the past year or so. So any final words on this, Rich?
Nope. Things are looking up, and it all has to do with your attitude too. So have a positive attitude and a strong work ethic and a great message to entice your clients to use you. And it's just going to happen for you.
So good, Rich. Thank you so much for bringing the word today. And thank you guys out there for watching, listening, wherever you are. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.